live from the Quad Cities with Morgan Otier and Kyle Keel. This is Quad Cities Live.
A hot day calls for an ice-cold sweet treat, and now you can get your ice cream fix at Wellington Toffee in Milan.
And an opportunity to see a new film and hear from the film's director in person. We'll preview this special upcoming event happening at the Last Picture House in downtown Davenport.
And later, all of the delicious options offered at a hometown restaurant called Harvest Bakery and more. We'll visit with the owner of this popular spot located in Erie, Illinois. You're watching Quad Cities Live on this Wednesday, June 19th, otherwise known as the Juneteenth holiday. Thanks for joining us. I'm Morgan Otier.
And I'm Kyle Keel. And all this week on Quad Cities Live, be a tourist in your own backyard.
That's right. All across the QCA, there are hidden gems you may not know about. And we're starting in Galena, Illinois with Devin Ganka. Devin, welcome.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on today.
Yeah, thanks for being here. I can't wait to talk to you. You run the Galena Foodie Adventures organization, and it's actually a relatively new adventure for you as well. How'd you get started in this?
So it pretty much started off with a passion for travel and food. I grew up traveling the country as a kid, had grandparents that allowed us to do that. And then also, like, the kitchen was just like the heart of the home. Really grew up knowing that food provided you more than just eating or drinking, but actually, like, how'd you feel emotion? So because of that, I just kind of combined those two passions together to create the Galena Foodie Adventures that you see today.
Well, and when it comes to travel as well, I mean, what do you think is so important there with the ties to food or trying new foods?
So a food tour, just in general, just allows you to experience a city in like a new and like different way. Allows you to try things that maybe you wouldn't have tried by yourself.
Sure.
But also like explore a place that you wouldn't have found if you were traveling by yourself, you know? Or going to like a winery that you wouldn't expect to have the food menu that it has.
Oh yeah.
So it just allows you to explore a new city, in Galena specifically, in a new and great way, since our food scene is really diverse and it's growing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just talking, we were talking about the times that we've been to Galena, and he's like, you know what, so much has changed in just the last couple of years. So this is a good experience, or a good chance to experience all that Galena has to offer. And you're mentioning your travels. You're not just talking about, oh yeah, I went here and there on vacation. I mean, you spent most of your young childhood into your early adult life traveling the United States, 32 states before 18.
Oh, wow.
Yes. I was just really fortunate. My grandparents loved traveling, so they knew at an early age, like, we had to also love it.
Yeah.
Like, life is too short to, like, not live your life and go and do the things that you want to do. So, that's how I fell in love with it.
I think that's great, because there really is something to that. Every region has like its food, that its cuisine that it's proud of. You know, even like pizzas, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
when you
Quad City style, Chicago,
right?
New York.
St. Louis. Yeah. So yeah, very cool, and I like that you drew from that and created this. Okay, so you offer tours in Galena. Let's talk about each of the tours that you do offer. What one did you start out with?
So that would be our Downtown Galena Food and Drink Tour. The OG tour, it's our most popular tour. And that one just really takes you to 5 stops, 12 tastings, 4 alcoholic tastings. So it really is just a great way to take you through downtown.
Okay. Talk about what are some of the favorite spots as part of that tour?
Oh, the Galena Tap House.
Yeah.
That place.
Didn't have to think much about that.
That's my favorite restaurant in Galena.
Okay.
So it's a soft spot for me, but people love it so much. It's actually on our cocktail tour as well.
Okay, yeah, and that brings us to one of your other tours. So the Cocktail Adventure Tour. You just launched that in the fall, correct?
Yep, October 2023.
So how does that one work? Because this one really does sound perfect. Well, perfect for anybody, of course. But if you're doing maybe a bachelorette party or something like that.
Yeah, this one's really great for like going out at night with your friends, your bachelorette parties. I've even had company group outings before. This one's a little different, it's a little shorter. Food tasting is a little smaller, but the difference is you're getting full-size cocktails on this one.
Oh boy.
And since this is a relatively new concept, I mean, you're always adding new tours to the list. So just in March, you started private tours, right?
Yes, we have private tours, which essentially allows you to book either the cocktail or the food tour, book that entire day just for your group. So it's a kind of like a VIP foodie experience in a way, where we could take just your group in a very more like intimate setting.
Very fun. Okay, this is.
Oh, I want to do this one.
I want to do this one as well. You are launching this December the Ugly Sweater Food tours. So obviously, what sets this one apart is the holiday theme with the ugly sweaters. But what else are you trying to, put into this food tour that's going to make it feel a little bit more holiday themed?
So your foodie guide will be wearing their very own ugly foodie sweater, but we're also going to give you a free gift on behalf of Galena Foodie Adventures as part of that. And we're also known as like the hallmark of the Midwest. So we want to take people through that and just kind of have more of a festive feel while doing it. And of course, if you show up wearing an ugly sweater, you get put into a drawing to win a free food tour yourself. So
you cannot sign up for the ugly sweater food tour and not wear an ugly sweater now.
That's the whole
sign
point,
up for the ugly sweater food tour if you want a free tour next year.
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
Great.
So, I mean, obviously, this is to experience the different food and drink that Galena has to offer, but talk about the experience as a whole. What are you hoping that people take away from the entire experience? Because it's more than just the food and drink.
It is. I just hope they see that Galena has so much more to offer. There are a lot of amazing restaurants, bakeries, eateries, tap houses that just we're unaware of. I think when you go to a place like a small place like Galena, you are going to the place over and over again that you fell in love with at the beginning. I'm hoping that we can experience new things, new flavors, show people new flavors, new experiences, because there are a lot of amazing businesses downtown that really do benefit from this, and people find and explore new things, and they end up finding that new thing that they love.
Well, and you partner with a lot of people, to put this thing on all the time, and you brought some examples of those partnerships. So everybody that's been staring at this giant, gorgeous pretzel right now, where was that one from again? The pretzel?
The pretzel's from Galena Brewing Company.
Galena Brewing Company. So rush right there.
Yes. that thing, it's staring at me. It wants me to eat it.
And then you brought some wines with you as well. Where are these from?
These are from Galena Cellars. They were one of our first partners, actually. So we love partnering with them.
Yes.
And they have an amazing food menu as well.
Oh, they do?
Showcase on the tour, yeah.
Okay.
And it's important to point out that these tours also include vegan options as well for people who might have intolerances or
so we try to accommodate the best that we can.
Sure.
We could definitely do shellfish allergies and vegetarians.
Okay.
If you do contact us soon enough, then most of the time we are able to accommodate for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's fabulous.
Yeah, there's a lot to experience here. So if you want to learn more about the individual tours or to book your own ticket, you can go to GalenaFoodieAdventures.com. Devin, sounds like you've got a very unique opportunity for people to experience Galena. Thanks for sharing that with us today.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. Well, still to come on QCL, it's hot out there, and we're in the mood for some ice cream. Well, look no further than Wellington Toffee in Milan, as the business just added some cold treats to the summer menu. That's next.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
Well, it's no secret. We have certainly been feeling the heat this week and really the last couple of weeks, but we have good news on where you can beat the heat.
That's right. There's a new spot to get your ice cream fix where you can also get your fill of homemade toffee and other sweet treats.
Yeah, here from Wellington Toffee are Stanley Thomas and Kevin Kellums. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
All right, so you were on Paula's show late last year about the toffee, but now we're going to talk about the ice cream here pretty soon. But Kevin, I want you to talk about your history. Wellington Toffee's been in Milan for the last few years, but I mean, you've been making candy for a couple decades.
Yeah, since about 2001.
Wow.
Started making candy in Bettendorf, and started out with toffees and then the peanut brittle, the caramels, and the whole gamut. So I started doing it then, and then in 2016 we started doing it more for a purpose for a nonprofit that we started in North Davenport. And since then we've been using not all of our, but a portion of our proceeds to go towards kids organizations that we're involved with.
Oh, wow.
Very cool.
And they're here in the Quad Cities, within the United States, and also internationally.
Okay, so what the camera is focused on right now, so that is something that we've been able to find at Wellington Toffee now for some time, and this is what keeps people, from what I understand, just coming in all the time. Like they're addicted to it.
Yeah, absolutely. So each person has their favorite. So we have some creative flavors. Stanley comes up with all these creative flavors, and then we go in the chemistry lab and try to create those. And
That's
come up
fun.
with
That
flavors.
sounds really fun.
So we have probably over 20 toffee flavors available at different times throughout the year as well.
Okay. Well, and Stanley, so you're the scientist. So you guys
Where's
had
your
this,
mad scientist jacket?
Right. So you guys had a great idea to continue the adventure, so to speak, and you're now selling ice cream.
Yes.
So this is the first summer that you have started doing this, correct?
Yes. Been doing it about 4 weeks.
Oh, wow.
4 weeks,
So what's
all
the
right.
response been like over the last month or so?
Been pretty steady.
Yeah,
Some pretty good repeat customers, and
Yeah, once they try it, it's like they're sold. It's just like the toffee. You know, with us, we have a really high premium quality toffee that we produce, and we looked around. Stanley had the idea a couple of years ago to do something more, you know, summerish,
Yeah.
as opposed to the toffee. And so he looked around, and we found this place, and then it's Chocolate Shop Ice Cream made in Madison, Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
How
So
did
we-
you find it?
Just various internet searches, and I think
Really?
Stanley found it on the internet, and we narrowed it down to a few because of the quality that they have. And then we went up and visited the facility, toured the factory, tasted a lot of the flavors, got to know the people, and you know, it was a good match for us.
Okay, well, you guys brought these pints
Yeah.
with you today. We can't wait to dig into them.
Yeah.
But when people are coming into the shop, do you just sell pints, or we saw some ice cream cones on the screen? You
Yeah.
do the whole thing?
Yeah, we do. So we have pints, we have cones, we have cups, some cups like this. We've
Okay.
got a single, a double, sundaes, floats,
Oh, wow.
shakes. Yeah, the whole gamut.
And I mean, this is just a fraction of the flavors that you have. I mean,
It
you go
is.
on the website and there are just a ton of flavors to
Yeah.
choose from. But what seems to be the most popular here in the 4 weeks that you've been selling the ice cream?
What is it, the rhubarb probably?
probably the rhubarb.
rhubarb.
Caramel. We didn't bring it because Rhubarb Fest was last weekend, and so the popularity is still there. But
Sure.
it's kind
Oh
of.
my
I think people are getting
gosh.
geared up for Rhubarb.
We
Yeah.
have,
Fest.
Kyle and I have been trying a lot of rhubarb on the
Yes.
show leading up to Rhubarb
No ice
Fest,
cream,
just
though.
rhubarb season.
Yeah.
No ice cream, though. I have a feeling, though, that would be
It's,
amazing.
Yeah.
it's very good.
It's very
Yeah.
good. Okay.
But the Zanzibar is pretty.
It's extremely popular as well.
And there's one that's
That's the type. That's the name of it.
This
This
stuff or
just
this
got serious.
Yep.
And you
blank,
brought
blank, blank.
you brought that with you, right?
Yes,
Where
we
is
did.
that one?
Yep, let's give it a
Yeah,
shot
let's-
here. Where was that one, Stanley?
Did I hide it?
Maybe so.
It has
Oh, here
Oh,
it is.
it's right
Right
there.
in front of us.
So
Yeah,
what flavors are in that one?
So there's a salted caramel base.
Oh, that's right. This is
and
the
then it's
salted
got
caramel.
it's got a chocolate layer in there, and then it's also got cashews. So
Oh, you don't hear that often in
That
ice
looks
cream.
amazing.
No, it's
I'm just excited to try it because of, you know, all the searching that you guys
Yes.
did to find this place
Yeah.
and choose the ice
yeah,
cream that you wanted to sell.
Exactly.
Okay,
All right,
thank
let's
you.
give it a try.
I'm giving you a small scoop because you may want
Because
to
we
try
have a
them
lot
all,
more to
so-
try.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
Trying them all.
Yep.
So did it get serious?
Yes.
It did get serious because
This blank got serious.
Yes.
anyone who's watched the show for a while knows that I'm not a huge fan of caramel. The caramel is
that's
not
right.
screaming to me, but it's the chocolate in it and the salt. You really taste that salt in it.
Zanzibar.
And it's that
Yeah.
good balance of salty and sweet.
This
Yeah.
is
It's
the
really
best
good.
thing I've ever tasted.
Well, I think
we're
we're
gonna
gonna
go to the
we're
next
gonna be in
one.
for a treat with the next one.
Yeah,
too,
I'm having a lot of fun today.
Yes, this is great.
This is the Zanzibar. So the Zanzibar is it's a trademark flavor of the chocolate shop. And,
Okay.
Again, this is like it's really almost
Do you
like
like
fudge.
chocolate?
I love chocolate.
Okay,
Okay,
me
well,
too.
you probably like
Cannot
that.
go wrong with chocolate.
Yeah.
Sort of has
Bigger
a fudge.
portion.
My 5-year-old is a
taste to it.
vanilla gal, and every
Oh,
time
really?
she orders vanilla, I just like my heart breaks a little bit. Do you know what you're missing out on?
I mean, that is chocolate ice cream. That is
Yep.
chocolate through and through.
That's
Yeah,
how you do
exactly.
It is delicious.
And here's another. I'll throw some flavors out. If you have any choices that you want to try, let me know. But this,
All of them.
it. We do.
the strawberry hibiscus is a
Let's see,
it's
we
a
got
vegan.
what, 40 minutes left in the show?
You do vegan ice cream.
Yeah, we have a few flavors that are vegan. We have
Oh, that's good.
A no sugar. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little
Oh, wow.
little chocolate in there.
Oh, that's okay.
A no sugar added as
using
well
the
that
same
we
spoon.
I am
we
too.
brought, and you'll be able to tell once we try the no sugar, or you won't be able to tell. I think Stanley's tasted it enough times. He said
So
that
which one is this one?
this is strawberry hibiscus
Oh,
Italian ice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's
We're on the
no dairy.
reaction cam. This
No
is
dairy
very
whatsoever.
refreshing.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great word, refreshing. So we have, you know, and they have seasonal flavors. That's one of them. The watermelon, electric watermelon's another summer flavor, and then they have year-round flavors as well. So
Okay, so you guys are doing this for the summer months, which is fabulous.
Yeah.
Was there any consideration, or might there be for next year, to doing, you know, year-round ice cream if it really takes off?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Because this is amazing.
And we're actually during the winter months we're going to keep the pints at least at a
Oh,
minimum.
okay.
We'll keep the pints. We're trying to see what the reaction is initially. You know, with having the ice cream, and
It's good.
you know, the better response we get, obviously, the more we'll hang with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, in the fall the toffee really kicks into gear, so we have
sure.
to, you know, we'll do whatever we need.
Yeah,
to do.
you have
know,
to-
We want to keep everybody happy. As
Exactly.
the gentleman who was on the previous segment, you know, the good thing for us, we love to see the reactions of the people that come into the store. It's
Yeah.
that relationship. And I mean, we see people that are so excited to be in there.
And yeah, talk real quickly about what it's like to run the shop out of Milan.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Just the community
This
in
is the
general.
no sugar ad,
And I
cashews
mean,
and caramel.
they're very welcoming.
More
so
caramel.
we've had that, and they seem to be very appreciative. We get well. We finally got an ice cream place in Milan, and so it's.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
And we also offer curbside. Since
Yep.
That you
Where
cannot
we're at-
tell that this has no sugar in it.
can't,
This is
yeah.
just
Yes,
as good as the one that
Yeah.
has sugar in it. I'm amazed by
The
this.
curbside,
But
that's
we
that's
offer
really good.
curbside, so if someone comes and they probably don't want to stand in the line or
Really?
come in, then we will have the ice cream ready for them and they can pick it up.
That's awesome.
If
I
you
needed
call
you
us
when I was
within
pregnant.
15 minutes. Yeah, within 15 minutes. So you can order online. You can do it now. Actually, we're not open until Thursday, but tomorrow. But we'll have it ready for you at 3. So within 15 minutes of the time we're open, we'll have your order ready.
That's
All right.
awesome.
And Wellington Toffee is open Thursday through Sunday. We've got the hours listed on your screen, also the address. And you can also follow along on the Facebook page for further updates. It's Wellington Toffee. And now you can get your ice cream there as well from Wisconsin, good old Dairy State. This has been fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing this
I'm
with
glad you
us.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, thank you so
for having
much.
us.
We appreciate it. Well, coming up on Quad Cities Live, an incredible opportunity to see a film at the Last Picture House and hear from the person who wrote and directed that film in person. We'll get you the details after the break.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
The Last Picture House is announcing a special event in celebration of a new film being released worldwide next Thursday. Joining me is Jameson Ritter, the general manager of the Last Picture House located in downtown Davenport. Jameson, thanks for being here. Thanks for coming back. You always have something fun to talk about when you're
Well, we
here.
appreciate you having us on. And, it's always fun to talk about the movies and enjoy, sharing that film appreciation with fellow cinephiles like yourself.
Yes, it's such a special place, the Last Picture House. And so the film screening is for A Quiet Place Day 1. And I should say screening nationwide next week. I think I said worldwide. Nationwide. What can you tell us about the film? Because I think a lot of people will recognize A Quiet Place as the owners of the Last Picture House, wrote the characters for that film in the first place. And now they're coming out with this third installment, but it's a standalone film, correct?
It's still within the A Quiet Place franchise and
Got it.
cinematic world, if you will. It's more of a prequel. It takes place, it's kind of going back to day 1 of the alien invasion. So if you're familiar with the original Quiet Place film, where it focuses on a family dealing with a very, you're figuring out a very unique situation and using their unique family dynamic and skill set to find their way out of the situation. This takes us back to the start of the alien invasion in New York City. So you go from A Quiet Place, which was supposed to be about the silence in a quiet place and these aliens that are invading and are adept to have an adept sense of hearing. You put them in the noisiest city in the entire world, in New York City. Well, that's going to create a whole different set of terror and confusion and chaos and make for a really fun, I think, really fun adventure movie.
Well, yeah, and we're seeing. All right, I think we just started playing a little bit of the trailer right there, but we're going to take another peek at it in just a second. Yeah, this is a really cool opportunity for a lot of people to see this film. Again, next Thursday, and it's going to be showing at the Last Picture House next Thursday, but there is a very special event on the weekend, on Saturday, where they can see this film screening and they can actually hear from the director.
Yes, we're thrilled. On Saturday, June 29th at 6:30, we'll be hosting director Michael Sarnowski for a Q&A. They'll be there to introduce and showcase the film A Quiet Place Day 1 on its opening weekend, and then engage in a Q&A with our audience, with Scott Beck and Brian Woods, our owners and the creators of the A Quiet Place series. So it's really exciting to have them in conversation and for our audience to be able to, speak with the artist that, created and brought this new installment of the franchise to life.
This is very special. I mean, this is, an opportunity that I don't feel like comes along often for a lot of people, but to have, you know, this opportunity for folks here just right in the Quad Cities to be able to talk about the art and, you know, with the artist, so to speak, is really incredible. Let's try and play that trailer again one more time.
On June 28th. Stay quiet.
I think they're attracted to sound.
Stay alive. Quiet Place Day 1. Get tickets now.
Okay, it looks intense. It looks great. And one thing I really noticed about watching this, because I've seen the trailer a couple times today, is the sound system in the theater is really going to be like huge when it's watching this movie. I mean, that sound in there is amazing.
We're really excited. We're very fortunate to have a Dolby Atmos sound system inside of the Last Picture House, which is the state-of-the-art audio system. And with the Quiet Place movies so delicately focusing on the sound, both the quiets and the noisy side of things, the highs and the lows, you're really going to be able to experience that and feel it, you know, in your entire being while watching the movie. It's really exciting.
It's very exciting. So Michael Sarnowski, who's the director that you were just talking about that we have a chance to hear from, he is an award-winning filmmaker. I mean, this is not only an opportunity to hear him talk about this film specifically, but an opportunity to hear from somebody who has done so much in this industry already. So that is cool on its own. As far as tickets are concerned, how can people secure tickets? Obviously, this is going to be a very popular event, so that's what everybody wants to know.
Well, tickets for our Quiet Place screenings for the general admission are available for our standard screenings, but this special event, if you're part of our Autograph Club membership, you may already have exclusive access and been able to purchase and reserve your seats ahead of time. That's one of the benefits of joining our membership club.
Yes.
And but tomorrow, for the general public, the tickets will go on sale at 8 a.m. Thursday, June 20th.
Well, it's easy to become a member. I did it as soon as you guys opened. I was like, why would I not do this? It's such a special thing to have in the community to be able to do that. And while we have you here, when we're talking about the Last Picture House, which we've had you on before, when you guys opened, we've been live there. It's such a beautiful place. But you just opened the rooftop not so long ago. How has that been going? And describe that for us. I've gotten the chance to visit a couple of times. It's super cool.
Well, it's been so much fun to open up the rooftop, especially as the weather is beginning to warm up and get extremely warm this week. But we are thrilled to be able to have a third screen where we can expand our programming offerings and show some classic films that people get to experience in a completely different facet than what they may have at home or in the theaters originally. Being able to see something out on the rooftop with the Mississippi River flowing right behind you, kind of glistening with the lights off of the Arsenal Bridge.
Amazing.
It's beautiful, and it gives a different atmospheric element to the movie. We played Twister on one of our first weekends, and it was really a windy, blustery night, and it just made people just get that much more into the movie, which is beautiful to see. And we've had sold-out screenings for each of our
sold-out Jaws.
ticket events.
I tried to get tickets to that one.
We have the Goonies coming up this weekend.
I'm trying to get tickets to the Goonies. Don't tell people that. I'm just kidding. He's a general manager. It's your job to tell people that. Okay, so the screening of A Quiet Place Day 1 is next Saturday, June 29th. Again, ticket sales open to the general public tomorrow. To get your tickets, visit the website lastpicturehouse.com. Jameson, as always, thanks for being here. It's just always exciting to talk about what you're doing over there.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
A great way to get your steps in while learning about German history and influence in the Quad Cities. Brian Allen is with the German American Heritage Center and Museum and is back with us today. Brian, welcome back.
Well, thanks for having me back.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, your historic summer walking tours, they're actually underway right now.
They are.
You've already had one of them. Describe those for us. I know they fill up pretty quickly. They're very popular.
Yes.
What can people expect when they sign up?
Sure. Well, first, there are spots open for this weekend.
Oh, good.
So not too fast that people can't hop on in for this weekend.
Yeah.
But the tickets are affordable. It's $5.
Oh, yeah.
We do a 1.5 mile walk. Lasts about an hour. It's like a half an hour of actual walking.
Okay.
Some other conversation in there. Get to learn about downtown Davenport and the German impact and what the immigrants have built, whether that be businesses or different homes in the area, starting downtown, going up to the Gold Coast and coming back down.
Okay, so it could potentially be a little bit of a hilly walk at
It is,
times.
and there are some steps.
Yes, I know exactly where you're talking about. You know, talk a little bit about that for us. I mean, I think a lot of people, especially if they've been in Davenport or the Quad Cities for a long time, they know about the German history, but not necessarily everyone does. And it's huge. I mean, there was so many ties to German history, and a lot of the folks that are from here, that have grown up here, are of German ancestry.
Right.
So there's a lot to see on these tours.
There are a lot to see, and that's really neat to be able to see both businesses and like residences, to see the architectural styles.
Yeah.
But then also understand like the German newspaper buildings that were there, and understand some of the businessmen too. So there's one where we talk about how they had a tap going to their house. So they had started a brewery, and they made sure they could get beer on tap in their own basement. And
that doesn't sound German at all.
actually, we have that on view right now in our Beer Beyond Germany exhibition. There's a feature on that.
Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah.
So when folks sign up for this, and I'm sure you have repeat customers, because they probably enjoy it so much. When they're finished with the walking tour, I mean, what's their response? Do they say that they learned something new? Because I bet they do.
Yes, yeah, and actually some responses have been like seeing the city with new eyes, and really understanding the German architectural styles that are all around us, and we just don't know about it when we walk around.
Yep, absolutely not. I think I think there would be a lot to learn there. So as we mentioned, you've already had one walking tour, and there is one happening this weekend. And then in July there are 2 opportunities, and then another 2 in August, correct?
That's right, and there's actually a 3rd in July. So for people that can't do the walking tour or the steps, we do a sitting tour. So it's a presentation on our 4th floor of the walking tour sites, but without the walk.
Oh, that's very nice that you guys are able to do that for folks. So another really great event that's coming up at the end of the month is on Sunday, June 30th.
Yes.
Just a couple weeks from right now. I love this. It's called Best of the Worst, but worst there you see on your screen is spelled WURST. This is a really cool thing that you guys do. A lot of people come out for it. So describe the party for us.
All right. Well, we're going to kick it off at noon. It goes until 4. There's going to be German music from the Gutenberg German Band. There's going to be food. There's brats that are going to be provided. So it's $5 to get in, I should say, and then that comes with the tasting. So you get to taste different brats and vote on which one you think is the best, worst. And then you can also buy a meal if you would like to have more, if we've teased your appetite.
Right.
And there's German beer there, and there'll be some activities for kids and families to do too.
Yeah, that's great. And one thing that's really special about this is when you attend the event, you get free admission into the museum, which is also a special, very cool place. You always have a lot going on there. What can folks see when they use that free admission and head inside?
Yeah, so first and foremost, you'll see the German Immigrant Experience, which is our main exhibition that is there all the time. But we have the one I mentioned just a little bit ago with the walking tour, which is the Beer Beyond Germany, spotlighting breweries that were formed pre-Prohibition, and then the impact of Prohibition on those breweries. And then we have one too that we've partnered with World Relief Quad Cities on looking at immigration today. So comparing the German immigrant experience to who's coming today and where are they coming from.
Oh wow, that's really special. For people that have gotten to see it, what do they have to say about it so far, the response to that? I don't think I've seen anybody do that comparison.
Yeah, no, I think people are first, they have a lot of questions, and they're interested in the way we've organized it by immigration status. So like if you're a refugee or a asylum seeker or humanitarian parolee, and what are these people going through, and what is their story to arrive here in Davenport? And I think people are just interested to learn more.
It is. It is very, very interesting. Always just a lot of fun that you guys provide for the community. And to purchase tickets or to learn more about the walking tours and the Best of the Worst event, where you can try all those samples, visit the German American Heritage Center online at gahc.org. As always, Brian, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
It's going to be a fun summer over there, so thanks so much. Okay, well, coming up on QCL, a family bakery and restaurant in Erie, Illinois that does it all. We'll introduce you to Harvest Bakery and more next. Well, it started out as a dream after a trip to Waco, Texas in 2019, open a restaurant and bakery in Erie, Illinois.
And that dream turned into a reality about a year later when Harvest Bakery and More was born in Erie. Jen Temple is the owner, and she joins us now. Thanks for stopping by Quad Cities Live today.
Thank you for having me.
You've obviously brought a wonderful spread of your baked items and more. So tell us how this all got started. I mean, you've got quite the story.
Our family just loves to bake and cook, and it's something we've always done together. And my mom and my daughter and I took a girls' trip to Waco, Texas. And while we were down there, we were on a tour, and I was part of Revitalize Erie, and it just all came together that I needed to come back and help Revitalize Erie with some things that I saw down in Waco, Texas. So here comes the bakery and the restaurant.
And the rest is history.
Yes.
Well, so originally it was just going to be a bakery and cafe. It has turned into so much more, which we will get to. But talk about those early days. I mean, we were just discussing, you know, before we started the segment, when you first opened, it was like still COVID, and there were a lot of difficulties opening a business during a time like that.
There was. I was a teacher at Riverdale in Port Byron for 20 years, and so I retired from that during 2020, and we were remodeling the building during that and trying to get this whole thing open. But God just brings you the right people and the right timing, and He just brought us an amazing staff that had so many different talents, from our chef that cooks at night to our chef that cooks for breakfast to all of our ladies who make our breads and our soups and things like that. And so it just all fell together like it was supposed to.
Yeah. Oh, your building is beautiful.
It is.
We're looking at a photo of the outside right now, but we just saw a video, like a walkthrough of the inside. The inside looks incredible. And you just had a lot of people pitch in and help when it came to that.
We did. It was when we bought the building, it was one of the most rundown buildings in town.
Wow.
And just because it had been empty for 4 years, and so our whole community came out and helped us gut it from the front to the back, and I just had a vision of what it needed to be like once we put it all back together again. So just a place for anybody and everybody to come together, have a meal together, spend time together, and enjoy good food. So
Oh yeah. Speaking of food.
Yeah, beautiful space there. And you know, you talked about your staff. You got about 60 staff members. So you're able to produce a breakfast menu, a lunch menu, and a dinner menu, in addition to all of your energy drinks and coffee drinks. I mean, it's pretty expansive.
Yeah, let's take a look at the menu, because you laid them out really nicely on the table here, and I think this really kind of like showcases exactly what Kyle is talking about. So you describe what you just described for us, what these different menus are here.
So we have our regular dinner menu. We have our pizza menu, ice cream, our drinks, like energy drinks and coffee drinks. This is our dessert menu. And then we've got just a couple different things about renting our rental room. Catering options. We have some business options. We have a box lunch that's down there.
Yeah, these are cool.
And we do that for a lot of different businesses or family outings, things like that. And then we also have our breakfast menu. So lots of things to offer.
Is there anything you don't offer?
Not really at the moment, but
can I get my daughter's rotated?
Right.
It's definitely Harvest Bakery and more. So.
Yes, it is.
Much more.
Yeah.
So let's look at this box lunch here. So people can just call ahead and order these. Like if you have an event coming up and you want an easy lunch, you can box these up for them, and they can stop by the store.
Yep. It normally comes with some type of a sandwich and then a couple sides. That one includes our homemade pasta salad and our M&M cookie. But we have a list of different things that you can put in that.
We are spoiled today.
We certainly are.
On this show. Let's talk about the baked
all
goods.
of the beautiful displays of baked goods here.
We can't deny what is in front of us right now. So yesterday we had the Cash Cow Coffee come on the show, and you know Tori talked about how they sell some of your products in her coffee shop.
Love to see that.
Yeah, so a cinnamon roll we got to check out, and then those little bites that you brought that are in the jar there. So those are amazing. But describe what else you brought.
Look at all this.
So we just got some things like lemon bars and Texas sheet cake. Some different brownies. We have all kinds of different rolls. So yesterday I know Tori brought a cinnamon roll, but we have raspberry, strawberry, blueberry, caramel pecan, and caramel apple. And in the fall we do like a pumpkin one and things like that too. So we do sell our pumpkin bars year round. That's a staple in our place because
looks exquisite. Oh,
they go all the time. We have a cheesecake that my sister-in-law makes.
Big cheesecake.
Yes, and then our different pies. And then I did bring a strawberry spinach salad just so that it reminds us that we have a whole restaurant too. So
you do. You have an entire restaurant.
And it looks like you sell your bread as well.
Yes, we make homemade bread. So all our sandwiches are on homemade bread, or then we have our homemade snowflake rolls. So.
Oh, that's what these are here.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, those look just as good to me as the desserts. And you said that you have people that make that bread that are like incredibly talented.
Yes, yeah. I have some ladies that work during the day for us that they make our bread, they make our homemade soups, all those different things. I have a great staff.
That's
Couldn't do it without them all.
I love that.
And you're becoming known for your hot beef days. Talk
Yeah.
about that. I
Yes.
mean, this. You see this video, it's going to look delicious.
Yeah, our hot beef came together with, again, our great staff. We have somebody that makes our gravy, somebody that makes
Look at that.
the meat, somebody that...
Look at that steam coming off of it.
Yes,
Oh.
does you can see them making the bread right there, all those different things. And we sell over 500 servings in one day of this. So people drive for this.
What day is it?
Well, we only do it about once every 6 weeks just
Okay.
because my staff
sure.
would probably kill me if we did it all the
Mark
time.
your calendar.
But
I'm going.
we just did
Yeah.
it in May, and we'll do it again in September. So
Okay.
we kind of take the summer off.
May and September.
Yeah.
Mark your
Okay,
calendars.
well, I am
Yes.
marking it down. I'm going to Hot Beef Days. I'm telling you. Harvest Bakery and More is located in Erie, Illinois. We have that address and the hours on your screen. To learn more, just follow along on Facebook or head to their website, which is also on your screen. Jen, congrats.
Yeah,
and
thanks
thank
so
you so
much,
much.
Jen.
This is
Thank you.
amazing.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for watching.
Your local news at 4 with Sharon is coming up next. Have a great evening.